This is Ben, and welcome to my channel. I'm Worthy. So for today, I would like to talk about something I received recently from Dan Joseph, Dan, and then Joseph. He's a therapist from Colorado. He sent out this newsletter about every 3 months. Excuse me, and I really can't remember how I started following him, but I did receive that recently. So he was talking about this concept about our being, the light and spirituality and things like that. He's talking about our feelings and thought that form like a cloud that covers our vision to know who we are. I think for me, I kind of feel like it correlates, or it kind of sounds like what I've been talking about in the last few videos, especially with Eckhart Tolle with the present moment and being, and also the book Conversation with God. We talk about body, mind, and spirit, and things like that. So I think it makes sense. It's interesting to see how we can talk about the same thing from different angle, and so that's what it is. As I was writing the book this morning, I thought about what exactly am I doing? Why am I doing this video and thinking about all this stuff? I think it's just because of something called soul searching. I think it's just like there are answers that I like to know, and I like to know how to live the rest of my life, right? So for Dan, he's talking about certain forms of thoughts and feeling that cloud our vision, so we don't see the light behind that, like the sun, and that's our spiritual being, right? So number one, he talks about resentment, and I didn't really think about that before, but it makes sense. For me, I have a lot of resentment with what's happening. For example, the healthcare system that I'm in right now, and sometimes it comes out when I talk to patient. So yes, that's something that I need to be aware of. The resentment that I have that affects me, that forms like a cloud for me to see beyond that and see the true identity, which is a spiritual being, the light. The next one he talked about is self-criticism, and yes, that's also very important. And I definitely see that the abuse becomes the abuser. Growing up, all this thing that tells me that I'm not good, I have to be this, and that's a lot of self-criticism. And when something happens, it's hard, right? The third one is worry, right? Yes, it's so easy to worry. We worry about what happened here, what happened there. When things happen, we always sometimes think with the worst case scenario. So that's something to be aware of, that worry can be like a cloud that affects us from seeing the light. He also mentioned 3 subtle forms of cloud, that affects our vision. One is that I need to be something to be happy, right? So, some people say, I need to lose 10 pounds, I need to be retired, I need to make some money, whatever. No, that's not true. I think, back in the talk about Conversation with God, there's a concept about be, do, have, right? And I was talking about, making the lottery, winning the lottery so that I can be happy. No, happiness can be here. It does have to be tied to something that we need to do something so we can be happy, right? The next thing he talks about is we are responsible for other people's happiness, and that's not true. If you've been through life for years, you know that it is impossible for us to make other people happy. You know, we can be there, listen to them, let them talk and let them feel better, but we are not responsible for their happiness. The third one is that you know, sometimes we feel that we need to do this alone. No, we can ask for help. We can talk to our friend. We can, you know, talk to our inner being, our inner light, our inner wisdom, talk to God and things like that. And we don't have to do it alone, right? Yeah, so it is interesting. The body, the mind, the spirit. Something happened this afternoon, and I saw a patient, a lady with abdominal pain, been to the hospital. She looks fine. My exam is okay. I don't think she's in any danger. I need to send her to the hospital. But she started questioning me, like, you know, what if I have celiac disease or I have Crohn's and all these things? So that was interesting that suddenly it created a big fear for me. Like, okay, how do I convince this person that she's okay, she wants this, she wants that, you know? I really didn't feel good at that time, but I was able to catch myself, you know, I order whatever she wants, you know, blood work, CT scan, medication referral to see the specialist, but there was this turmoil inside of me in that visit, and it's also after the visit. You know, I was able to, you know, take a moment, settle, and say, wait, this is my mind. This is the mind, the ego, the identity. It reminds me of when I was growing up, where, you know, whether it's my teacher, my father, people asking me, hey, what is this? You don't know, and there's pounding and all these things. I think it essentially how it will shift like that back to that moment, though. So by being aware of that, by being aware that it is this mind, this thinker, this ego, this identity that felt that has been challenged. And, you know, I've been doing this for 35 years. I know when to send the patient to ER. I know what we can do. But, you know, if people don't believe me, I mean, there's nothing I can do. Just earlier we talked about I'm not responsible for someone's happiness or someone's contentment, right? In the past years, I will ponder on it and feel bad about it, but now I did my best. And, you know, it's not my responsibility. I did what I know. I assessed her. I did my diagnosis. I know she's not in any danger, right? Anyway, so something to think about. You know, for this weekend, probably think about, you know, like I said, we are 3 in 1: the body, the mind, and the spirit. Okay? Well, until the next visit, take care, good luck, and namaste.